Hello engineers, welcome back to another episode of Automated. We are working on World 2 Level 3 this episode, Quantum of Solace and Coconuts. Alright, we're still just making quantum core singularities. Splitters can now be configured. Each output can filter a specific item and adjust the output rates. Interesting. So we've got one output over here and the final delivery thing is over here. Okay. They've already made the steel thing for us, which is great. We've got two steel outputs, so we just need to cut this and then make it into a manufacturer. I think this is a tutorial level. I think it's pretty straightforward. Dynamic storage stores the item where splitters have no available output space. This prevents blockages and great for combining items arriving at different times into a single conveyor. Why would I ever need to do that? So that's this thing. No, that's just the regular storage. What is this dynamic storage? Is this the configurable splitter? Ah, right, dynamic storage, I see. It's pretty much teaching us how to do this. With alternate items enabled, the splitter will never send the same item consecutively to the same output. Okay. I'm guessing this thing is teaching us how to do this. Why don't we figure out, like, if we can do this solution without all this craziness? We need to deliver 100 quantum core singularities in a minute, which means we're definitely going to need two manufacturers. So let's just put two in there. We'll do the same pattern that we do for these manufacturers, which is put the splitter right in front of here. So one of these is going to be... Ah, I see. So one of these is going to be from here. And one of these is going to be from here. I don't understand why I need to do all this craziness, because can I not just put the copper into here? That gets me my 120. Can't I just use a normal splitter? Well, no. If that's my 120, then I want my 120 in here, right? Then I'd want one of these in here. Let's just make a solution that works. Then we need to lift this. Like that. And then we just need to join these. Why do you hate this? Oh, right, we have to cut this. I'm going insane. If we cut this like that, then bring that up this way. Put our lift here. And then do that. Does that not get us exactly what we need? And then we can just bring it over this way. Lift it up and then just bring it to the output. What's wrong with this solution? That gets me well under my power limit. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support DataEngineerPlays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. Okay, so we need to do this faster. You'd think that 120 would be fine, but apparently we need maybe a third one of these. Otherwise this would have been too easy, right? We need to double this up, what we're doing here. Alright, let's double it up then. We're going to keep this system and we'll move one back here. Like that. That gets one of the materials in. We need to split this. I'm still not using the dynamic splitter. I'm going to do another solution where we're just going to double up what we're doing here to meet the time requirement. So if I put this like that, then I can put that one in. We can get a lift doing that. There's no easy way to do the lift here. So like that, for example. Now we need another two of these. With the copper over this side. So it makes sense to put the cutter there. Then we need like basically this setup again somewhere else. Let's just put it here for now. We definitely can't fit this setup up here. Put the cutter over this side. And put that one in there. Which leaves enough space over here to do merges and sending. Now we need to bring this down. That's going to take up so much space. We need to bring this down like this. Then we need to split it. One going into here. Then we need to go over to this side as well. Like that. There's our 4 belts of stuff, but then we need to bring them up. So like, for example, this. Okay, that doesn't work. So we have to do like that, but then how do we get the last one in? It's interesting, because that killed this belt too, so that's not going to work either. So let's start again. Let's just see how far off we are in terms of like, I feel like 120 should almost be able to do it, so we don't actually need 4 maybe, we only need 3. So let's try it out. What we're going to do is we're going to make our build again. I forgot how we did it now. But basically something like this, right? And we're going to cut these. One of them can just direct feed, like that. The other will need some sort of elevator system. Maybe we'll just do something like that. We'll link the elevators, same way we did before. So this was our belt that we had before. Now if we did that, and we can put one elevator here. And that can go in like that, nice and out of the way. So that's what we had before. Now if we run this, this is just slightly too slow, right? So that's just slightly too slow. And what we were trying to do was fit another 2 machines in to get the speed we want. But what if we just do 1 machine? Why do we need 2 machines? Right? So like say that we put another machine over here and we get one of our cutters in here. Then say we get a input that looks like this. Then can we not just direct feed that into there? Then can we not just... that would be a bit annoying. I could fit my elevator right here. Like this. Not there, obviously, that cuts into there. Unless, like that, and this elevator goes around. Like that. We need a cutter for this. Then that can go in like that. Now we've got 3 belts of this stuff in. How are we doing for power and stuff? We're still way under power. So let's let this run and see if we're also now under time. Because that little excess should, in theory, help us out, right? Damn, we're still a little bit under for the 55 seconds. So what if we change, I'm going to keep this side of things going the way it is. We could probably optimize this belt. If this kicks off faster, it'll help us out a lot as well. But the optimization that I'm going to go with is why bring all the copper back down and then bring everything back up when we have a room for a manufacturer up here and we can bring the copper straight in somehow. If we were to put a manufacturer here, can we not bring the copper out and around like this? We're going to use all of our little hacks at our disposal, which is like building outside of the map. Then we can just bring this up, right? And in like that. That way we're only bringing one thing one direction, the copper the other direction. It'll still take a while to kick off, but once it does kick off, it doesn't need to travel anymore. So it's still waiting for this. But once it does kick off, it should get us there a lot quicker because the output doesn't need to travel. Almost. 55.3 seconds. So that's definitely better than 58 seconds. Now we just need to optimize this stuff's kickoff a little bit better. Well, what about the travel time here? Like, why do we need the travel time here to be the longest possible? Whereas we can just cut this in a little bit. We want to line it up to this tile and just cut out a little tiny little bit of travel time. It's nothing major. Why are you unhappy though? That should work exactly the same way. It's giving me an exclamation mark for some reason here, but let's just run it and see what happens. It doesn't like going into here. Let's redo the belts. And let's let that run. We've got to optimize this, I think, at the end of the day. Oh, I can see we're at the 55. Ah, we got it. Just barely got it, though. Yeah, I think we can get even faster if we if we optimize this back bit. But that's fine. We got there in the end. Let me run that again. Get back to the leaderboard. I'm not sure what the point of introducing this level's dynamic filtering was, because it wasn't really necessary to complete the level, unless some of the top solutions over here uses some sort of weird dynamic filtering. But obviously I can't see their solutions. The number one power use is like 96 by soy sauce, okay, somehow. And 53 for space. I swear these are all separate solutions, right? Because he's not got the highest time, but he's got the highest space. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like they're all separate solutions geared to hit specific leaderboards. But we did pretty well with 38 at the moment with our solution, 39 for space and 39 for 39 for space, 39 for power, and 38 for time. Which makes sense. It's a pretty decent solution. I can see there's lots of optimizations to do. Let's have a gander at the gallery. Let's look for a solution that's better than ours. We're 213, 54 seconds. 213? Only this solution is better than ours. This one is really, really fast, but uses way more power. What is it doing? I can't even see what this guy's doing. I feel like given the amount of power he's used, he has somehow managed to fit in 4 of these machines. 1, 2, I can see 2 here. You can see 3 here, 4. I think maybe he's fit in 4 of these machines. That doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I can see 2 full belts of this. So yeah, this uses a lot more power, but this person has managed to, Mythian has managed to fit in 4 machines. That was our original attempt at the solution. This other one is not better than ours, but faster. I can tell by the belts this one's doing 3 sets of machines, and that is very similar to what our second solution was, but for some reason his is faster. Probably because he's optimized the front end of it. He's not doing this weird janky belting thing that I was doing. How is he getting both these splits into his 2 manufacturers? His manufacturers are here and here. He staggered them sideways to avoid the big janky elevator that I was doing. I see. That's probably very clever as well.